What's up, y'all? Today we are talking about dash cams, more specifically this one that was sent to me that I'll show here on my little B-roll footage that I took just because it's a lot prettier. But anyway, I am going to do a short review for you of what I think is a dash cam you really just can't go wrong with. And the reason for it is the price point. So if you're like me, I personally do not like buying things that are absurdly expensive. And so this dash cam, this is currently, okay, so don't hold me to this, but right now this is sitting at around 69 bucks. Normally somewhere between 140, 150. Even at 150, I think this is a good deal because let's face it, a dash cam is kind of like your car insurance. You buy it, you're paying for it, you hope you're not going to use it, but if you have one, you'll be glad that you did have one in case an accident happens and you need to kind of show some footage or something like that. Or if you're needing to grab a license plate of somebody that did a hit and run, that type of thing. So anyway, going through this particular camera, there are a couple basics that I think are just the important pieces to know. So first and foremost, it is very low profile. It is very sleek. And despite what I thought, they send you a cord that's about a mile long. Thought it was going to be super unattractive looking, and they got all these additional like sticker clips that you can clip it so it is technically neat and tidy. But if you're like me, I don't like a bunch of sticky stuff all over my car. So the only stick that I had to use in we have a Jeep Cherokee that we used it on was just the initial stick, and I'll show you what that looks like, just under the rear view mirror. And then from there ran the cord up along the top of the vehicle, tucked in behind the ceiling panel, down the pillars on the side, down under the glove box, and plugged it right into where the cigarette lighter is. This is something important for you to know. If you don't have a cigarette lighter there, you can technically use a USB port, but it's going to be very dependent on where that USB port is. So just know that this cord is extremely long and can probably reach, but you will want to just kind of in your mind think through the route you would go in order to get to your cigarette lighter. So that's piece number one. Number two is that it truly is a set it and forget it type of device. You plug it in, and every time your car turns on, assuming you have it in the cigarette lighter, every time your car turns on, it will turn on and it will automatically loop. So you can have it loop at various different time intervals. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, I believe, is the longest that it will do. I'll show the actual app that it connects to, which I'll go ahead and throw in here. The application that is used for this does look, at a glance, it's like, okay, what am I getting myself into here? This looks a little funky, but the functionality of it is actually awesome. So I clicked it, and very quickly and conveniently, it'll prompt you to connect to the device, and truly no issues. It was very quick and easy. You can actually click into the device and view live video, so you can take over and have it record something live. The second you click it, it's also good to know it will immediately start recording. I suppose in the event that you are trying to grab something quickly, maybe you did get hit and you're trying to grab some video footage. So that's good to know. You can stop that recording at any time. And then, of course, you can go into your actual albums where you have the ability to, see all of the recordings. When I mention that it loops, what I'm saying by that is specifically it will just keep looping. Comes with a 65 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte, somewhere in there, storage card. Plenty of storage, in my opinion, because again, the whole point of it is just going to constantly be looping video footage. So yes, after a certain period of time, it will just be automatically deleted from the actual card itself. But you'll always have the most recent footage, which again is really the only thing that you'll end up needing. It can support up to, I think, 250, 256 gigs of memory on there. So if you're someone that just wants to go 5K all the time and wants to load that bad boy up, there you go. You can do it. Those 256 cards are very cheap, and so that might be of interest to you. But outside of that, I've been leaving it in the 2K footage. And I will tell you, if you crank it up to 5K footage, you'll obviously have the ability to zoom in and view license plates and things like that a bit better. On the 2K footage, it really is, if you get about 2 car lengths, you can zoom and still be able to see someone's tag. But outside of that, it's probably going to be too far. So if you're one that is really wanting to just cover all your bases, just keep it in the 5K setting at all times. As far as other settings, I'll tell you, I immediately turned off the voice settings in the sense of it makes a lot of noises. So when you plug it in, it'll tell you that it's powered on. Whenever you turn it off, it'll tell you it's powered off. There's all sorts of options where you can actually have it audibly announce whenever you're trying to get it to do something. So this is a big point here is voice controls. You can do simple commands like take a picture, and it will take a picture right then and there. That, in my opinion, is the most handy function because, again, as we all know, if someone cuts you off or something's going on, you can literally just say take a picture, boom, there's your picture, and you've got the evidence stored there for whenever. You can also say things like, record video, stop recording, that kind of stuff. So I'll let you guys, play with that. I try to make my reviews somewhat brief. Other controls, there is something for whenever you're parked. So you can have, it has like a sensor in it that can sense if you have been hit, if you're in a parking lot. The only thing to know about that is that that's a special setting where it's obviously got the opportunity to run down your battery. You have to be careful with that. So I personally have that off, although that is a great feature to be aware of. It also can connect to a rear camera if you happen to want to connect one. Again, it's probably wise to have if you're someone that's just looking at every different direction. And at the current price point of this, it's worth snagging and then maybe grabbing the rear view camera as well because it is so cheap. Outside of that, you also have the ability to change the volume where it'll be louder or quieter, but also specifically turn audio on or off. I turned the audio off. To me, it feels intrusive to have a camera in the car recording conversations and things like that. And I don't think that's necessary. So I turned that off, and which I also like that you can turn that off and you're not just handcuffed into recording audio. So I think that kind of covers the whole gamut. I've shown some video footage throughout this that hopefully is helpful for you. In my opinion, it does a really good job. I was actually very impressed by the camera quality. You could probably use it for different things. I mean, hell, I could probably even use it to record videos, just keeping in mind it records for 1, 2, and 3 minutes at a time. I didn't try to manually record to see if it would record for maybe 10 minutes. I'm sure it's probably capable of doing that whenever you do hit record. But again, when I think of a dash cam and what I'm looking to achieve, I need it to be on all the time. I need it to record all the time, and I need it to not run out of memory and require me to manually dump footage. So that's my thoughts on it. If that's of interest to you, again, especially at that $60, $70 price point, check out the link, see if it's still listed there. I may, in fact, have a coupon code attached to it. And I don't know, maybe consider it if you're in the market for a dash cam. I'll let you get back to it.